Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video, we will be going through a unboxing of the Moderoid Evangelion Unit-01. And this particular version of Unit-01 is aligned to the rebuild of the Evangelion movie series. And this particular kit of Unit-01 was released by Good Smile Company as part of their Moderoid line. Back in 2023, which I'm pretty sure grammatically I can't say because we are in 2023. English. Interesting. Anyway, so I've had this come through to me from my typical Plamo store, Hobby Link Japan. So I'll have a link to this version of Unit 1 in the description below. Now, this is very interesting because I wasn't expecting Good Smile Company to release a version of Unit 1 through their Moderoid line. All the Eva I've been traditionally exposed to has either been from Kotobukiya or Bandai. And Bandai have honestly blown it out of the water with their Real Grade line. So, very intrigued to see how this goes. Especially looking at the box, because the box is actually quite thin, so it's already alone very different to what I've experienced through Kotobukiya and Bandai. Anyway, to the box. So, front of the box has a nice shot of Eva Unit 1 standing on a fallen building, sporting the Spear of Cassius, which is obviously interesting, but is still something that we've mainly seen through the rebuild series, not so much the actual original TV series. But I will admit, Good Smile have done some very nice artwork for it. Bottom of the box, side of the box is just part of the building, top of the box just another part of the building, and then the other side of the box just a rehash of the front art. Now, as for the back of the box, so the top part, we do have a front and rear shot of Unit 1. We have a very interesting dynamic pose of Unit 1 pretty much leaping with the Spear of Cassius in hand, and then another more static shot of Unit 1. And then lastly, there are some additional images of Unit 1, bit of a dynamic reach pose, and Unit 1 will have a pallet rifle as well. So in terms of accessories, definitely not too bad. In terms of looks, well, it's Unit 1 through and through. There's nothing here that doesn't scream Unit 1 between the colors, the head, and things like that. So ultimately, the main question will be, how well does this build? Given that this is now the... Well, actually, I take that back. There's actually been additional companies that have made Eva kits. Those ones I'm avoiding because they're very pricey. They look cool, but no. Maybe another time. So this will be my third company anyway, delving into Eva kits. Now, the box is currently sealed, so I'm not even going to try and make a fool of myself and unseal it and pull out the bags and runners and stuff like that. So I'll open up the box, get all the runners ready, and then we can have pretty much a more closer look at everything that is pretty much inside that box. And with everything out of the box, so it actually wasn't too bad. Didn't quite feel like a Kotobukiya unbagging, also didn't quite feel like a Bandai unbagging, literally felt like it was right smack in the middle. So front of the manual, pretty much a rinse and repeat of what we saw on the front cover. On the back, we do obviously have some of these basic instructions, granted they're in Japanese, and then it's pretty much straight into the build. Now, it's a very interesting booklet because it's a booklet, it's a weak concertina booklet. We do have a stickers guide, so in a minute we'll see some of those stickers, and we do have a few more shots of Unit 1 equipped with either the pallet rifle or the Spear of Cassius. Runners, so there's a good number of runners, and I think this is probably where it actually doesn't matter if it's Kotobukiya or the Real Grade Bandai because they both have a large array of runners. not too sure what the yellow is trying to reference. I have a feeling they may be the pre-painted parts, because I did sport a few of them. So in terms of the build, so pretty much straight with the head, which doesn't look too bad. Chest build, pretty straightforward, nothing too overly complicated. Going through that, and in fact, for the build itself, it's this feels like it's a bit of a semi-hybrid of what we've seen from Kotobukiya and Bandai. Interesting. Going through the arms, the colors do look very, very cool and very true to form. Going through the legs, pallet rifle, final assembly, some different hands, and the Spear of Cassius and how it can be mounted. And apparently, yes, there is a attachment point for a action base stand. I'm not too sure if it will be compatible with the standard Bandai one. I guess it depends if you have the adapter, but obviously Moderoid seem to have their own. So that was the manual. As for everything else, we do have a sticker sheet. Try that the right side up. Definitely not too bad. Some of the stickers definitely do look familiar. I can understand why they're being used. Hopefully some of these I can try and color correct on my own. The green, well, depends if I have a green paint in that similar color. But they do look like actual stickers. I guess it'll just come down to where they need to be attached to as to whether, excuse me, if they are on flat surfaces or not. Anyway, time to go through the runners. A runner in purple, about a half-size runner. We do have some pre-color on one of the pieces here, which is the top of Unit 1's head. And yes, it is some of that green on his horn. So that's the A runner. B runner still in purple. Now I know this particular back piece, those little bits there will definitely have some black on them, which isn't too bad. Not too sure what the scale actually is for this version of Unit 1. C runner still in purple. A lot of the hand manipulators on this one, which, when I'm not throwing things around, might make life pretty easier and convenient, because I do remember, especially with Kotobukiya and Bandai wasn't as bad. Some of the hand manipulators when it came to holding things weren't very good. Well, I take that back. It's not that they weren't good. They had challenges. Let's keep it that way. So that was C. D runner in Unit 1's very interesting green, which we're very, very used to seeing. The green, that is. E runner in a bit of a golden yellow, so base of the feet, and I believe that's part of the neck. Standard detailing on the base of the feet. Get pretty used to seeing that. Doesn't matter who builds the kit. F runner in a bit of a graphite, although we do have a pre-colored piece there, which I believe will be Unit 1's lower jaw and chin, which is also pre-colored. Moving into the blacks of the G runner, some of the green has been pre-painted already, and it looks like where it's been pre-painted also doesn't sit where one of the stepping points are, which is good, because I know certain kits will do that. It's very frustrating when that happens. H runner still in black with some more pre-painted parts once again, still doing the green on the black, and it does look very clean and precise, which is always a good thing. I runner in black, probably just joint pieces. And lastly, the J runner in a dark red, pretty much for the two components of the Spear of Cassius. Now I will admit, I think Kotobukiya potentially gets the award for most detailed Spear of Cassius, but that's okay. This one definitely isn't too bad. So that's very cool. So that brings us to the end of the unboxing of the Moderoid Evangelion Unit 1. Now, as I said, I'm not too sure on the scale. Maybe it's 1 to 144. I don't think it is. But then Moderoid sometimes doesn't necessarily adhere to scaling very well, so it may not be an actual scale. Time will tell. This actually might be pretty straightforward and easy to build, so I'm actually tempted to try and do this sooner rather than later. Famous last words, I know. Mainly because I have built a few AV Unit 1s in the past, so I'm very intrigued to see how Good Smile Company have done it. Will this set a precedent for more AVA kits? I really want to say yes, but I have a feeling the answer is no. I know with Moderoid they like to try and sample like the main lead protagonist of a series. So I suspect whilst it'd be very cool to get things like Unit 2, Unit 8, I have a feeling probably not. At least definitely not anytime soon. So yeah, very interested to see how this builds. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like or comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account. Link to that is in the description below. And as I did pick this up from Hobbylink Japan, I will have a link to Unit 1 over there as well. With that being said, stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video. See ya.